Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing a keratin treatment on a returning client. 3 years ago, my client decided she was ready for regular keratin treatments. Today I'm taking you through her entire journey, from where she started to where she is now. Along the way, we'll answer one of the biggest questions I get, which is, can keratin treatments actually help you grow your hair? I'll also be clearing up some of the biggest myths I hear about keratin because the internet tends to get a lot of them wrong. So let's dive in. Alright, before today's appointment, let's take a look at where her keratin journey began 3 years ago. At the time, we were growing out her all over bleach color. Since bleach can make the hair more fragile and feel thinner, managing the two different textures while trying to retain length became a challenge for her. That's when we decided to add regular keratin treatments to her routine. Not to straighten her hair, but to make it stronger, easier to manage, and support healthy length retention. Alright, now this is her hair right before today's treatment. 3 years later and just before her 4th annual keratin treatment. As you can see, her hair still looks like her hair. Her curls are still curling, they're just smoother, less frizzy, and much easier for her to manage. By getting one treatment each year and following a consistent healthy hair routine, she's been able to enjoy her natural texture while making wash days simpler and retaining the length she's worked so hard for. As always, I'm going in with the Saison Keratin Smoothing Treatment. One of the reasons I continue to use this in the salon is because it is formulated with botanical ingredients like aloe vera, argan oil, and green tea extract. These ingredients help condition the hair, while keratin smooths the cuticle, reducing frizz and making curls much easier to manage in between appointments. Alright, so as I apply this treatment, let's talk about what exactly is a keratin treatment. At its core, it's a smoothing treatment. It's designed to reduce the frizz in your hair, improve manageability, and make styling your hair much easier. It works by temporarily filling in areas of the hair's cuticle with keratin, and then heat is used to seal it into the hair. The result is smoother, shinier, and hair that's more resistant to humidity while still maintaining movement and versatility. The reason why I love it for my curly hair clients is because it is for those clients who they don't want to straighten their hair with a relaxer, but they need a little bit of help with the hair that they have, the curls that they have now. They love the curls that they have, but if there was something to make it that much easier to manage, make wash day that much shorter, they're here for it. And that's where the keratin treatment comes through. Because the keratin treatment smooths those cuticles down, wash days are often shorter, detangling takes less time, and styling your hair requires less effort, and maintaining it requires less effort. A lot of my clients experience less breakage from daily manipulation just because their hands don't always have to be in their hair. This makes retaining the length of your hair so much easier. The goal isn't to change your texture. It's to make caring for your curly hair more pleasurable than a struggle. Alright, so now that the treatment has finished processing, you can see how much smoother her hair looks. At this point, the keratin has had time to penetrate the hair, helping to smooth the cuticle and prepare it for the next step. One thing I always like to remind my clients is that this isn't the final result yet. The treatment still needs to be blow dried and sealed into the hair with heat. This is what helps lock in its smoothing benefits, and this step is what gives the treatment its longevity and leaves the hair feeling soft, smooth, and easier to manage. Alright, so as I blow dry my client's hair, let's dive into 3 common myths I hear about keratin treatments. The first myth being, keratin treatments damage your hair. Now I know keratin treatments get a bad rep online, and we've all seen the horror stories, but the truth is a professionally performed keratin treatment shouldn't damage healthy hair when it's applied correctly and paired with the right amount of heat. I want to say emphasis on professionally. A keratin treatment is still a chemical treatment, and unless you know what you're doing, you don't want to do it at home. And if you went to a salon and still got burned, then you want to make sure that you are doing your research on not only the stylist who's doing the treatment, but also the treatment that's being used. You want to make sure that you're using formulas that are 100% formaldehyde free and is gentle enough for your curls, like the Saison Keratin Smoothing Treatment. You also want to do a little bit of research on your hairstylist. If they're doing keratin treatments, do they have curly hair clients? How are their curls looking after time? And if you've seen them work with textures like yours, they're more than likely able to take care of you. So I just want to repeat, keratin treatments don't damage your hair. It's the wrong person with the wrong formula that does. Another common myth about keratin treatments is that keratin treatments make your hair grow. Hair growth actually happens at the scalp, so a keratin treatment doesn't change how quickly your hair grows. What it can do is help you retain more of the hair you're already growing by reducing breakage and making your hair easier to care for. That's an important distinction because healthy hair growth and healthy hair retention are two different things. If you're looking to grow your hair with keratin treatments, you have to think of keratin treatments as like a supplement rather than the holy grail. And that's because a keratin treatment will only do so much if you have poor hair habits, a weak routine. If you're not taking care of your hair, the keratin treatment can't work miracles. Eating junk food all day, every day, and then taking a multivitamin doesn't make it better. You have to maintain a good, healthy hair routine in order for the keratin treatment to do its job. Don't rely on the keratin treatment to do all the work. The last common myth I hear about keratin treatments is that keratin treatments is only for people who want straight hair. Now, I hear this one all the time. A keratin treatment doesn't mean you have to wear your hair straight. Majority of my clients, including this one, still wears wash and goes, twist outs, other curly styles, stretched out styles. Majority of the time, they're air drying their hair. The difference is that the keratin treatment makes wash day easier. It's easier to detangle, the curls are more defined, and is less prone to frizz. This means that their styles, whether they're wearing their hair curly or straight, last longer. The treatment actually gives you more versatility than taking your options away. Alright, so as I flat iron her hair to finish sealing in this keratin treatment, let's talk about what's the biggest reason behind her results. And the answer is consistency. Over the past 3 years, she's kept her routine simple and sustainable. She gets her one keratin treatment each year, she stays on top of her trims, and at home she focuses on the basics, keeping her hair cleaned, deep conditioning, and moisturizing while limiting unnecessary heat and excessive manipulation. Her routine is so minimal that it's easy to keep up with. One thing I love about her routine is that she hasn't felt the need to constantly switch up products and chase every new trend. She's been using my Timelessly Curly hair care products throughout her healthy hair journey, and that consistency has made a big difference. When you find products that work for your hair, stick with them and give them time to do their job. If you're just getting started and looking for a simple routine, I always recommend my Curl Revival system. It's a complete starter kit that's keratin safe, color safe, plant powered, and formulated for curly hair. So you can build your routine that's easy to stay consistent with. At the end of the day, healthy hair isn't about having the most complicated routine. It's about building one that fits your lifestyle and repeating those healthy habits over time. The keratin treatment made her routine easier, but her consistency is what made these 3 years of growth possible. Alright, so these are the results after her very first keratin treatment 3 years ago. Even back then, you can see the difference. Her hair was smoother, shinier, and it looks much healthier. Most importantly, the treatment helped protect those previously bleached ends. making her hair healthier and stronger so she doesn't deal with a ton of breakage. This helped her to retain the length she was already growing. Now, let's fast forward to today. 3 years later, her hair is longer, fuller, healthier, and stronger. And her curls are still her curls. This transformation wasn't the result of one appointment. It was the result of a routine she could realistically stick with. Annual keratin treatments, regular trims, consistent at-home care, and products that supported her hair at every step of the way. That's what I hope you take away from this video, is that keratin treatments aren't a magic solution, but when they're part of a healthy hair routine, they can help reduce breakage, simplify routine, and make it easier to stay consistent. And when you stay consistent, the results compound over time. Even as we look to the front, we can see how healthy and full her hair looks. It grew in so much. Whether your goal is longer hair, healthier curls, or simply making wash day less overwhelming, remember that healthy hair is a journey, not a quick fix. 3 years later, I think her results speak for themselves. If you're thinking about getting a keratin treatment and want to know the biggest mistakes to avoid, you need to watch this upcoming video. Until then, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye!